So before this video starts, I just wanted to say some stuff real quick. This is going to be a series on my channel. Can you beat GTA 5 with a alien blaster? And this is going to be a series. I don't know how many like parts this series is going to be. Because this video is over 30 minutes long, and I only got to the part where you just turn as Trevor and do that first mission with him. So this is probably going to be a very long series. And also, the thing is that these videos are going to take me forever to edit, because this one took me 2 days to, get the gameplay, do the commentary, cut everything together, and I had like over 3 hours of footage to go through. So yeah, this is going to take a while for me to do. And also, I put out a poll, and I said, would you guys rather me put this out into parts or put it out as one big video? I didn't realize how long this would be. Just this part being 30 minutes, and I cut a whole lot of stuff out. The entire game is probably going to be like a 4 to 5 hour long video. So I'm just going to put it in parts, because nobody's going to watch a 4 to 5 hour long video. This was very fun to make, and it did take me a long time to make, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. This is something a little bit different. I just want to, branch out and start doing other things while I'm doing the same stuff that I do, just so I can keep myself entertained, because this is the type of content that I want to make. This, to me, is fun to make, and the stuff that I do limits me as a creator. I can't be funny in those videos, I can't be creative in those videos, I can't do anything besides be informative and keep the video really short. I can actually make this stuff, I can make entertaining videos. Like, the stuff I make really doesn't intrigue me at all. I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play out. I hope you guys enjoy it, and drop a like if you do, please. That will really help me out. Hey guys, the Bedditor Editor. I'm coming at you guys with a little bit of a different video than I normally do. This video is actually on GTA. I used to upload GTA videos a lot, but I haven't really in a long time, and this one is a whole lot different than the kind of stuff I do. This type of video was inspired by 2 different people. One of them is Mitten Squad, very good YouTuber. If you guys don't know who he is, I would go check him out. Does a lot of Fallout challenge videos and stuff. He's really cool. And also Dark Viper AU. He doesn't really do stuff quite like this, but he has tried to do like Pacifist Percent on GTA, where you just don't kill anyone, different things like that. But this video is going to take a very long time to edit. It's probably going to take me a few days to get the game done and get the actual video edited and everything, because just getting to Trevor, the first quarter of the game, I have about 3 hours worth of footage on that part. But in this video, we're going to be seeing, can you beat Grand Theft Auto 5 with only an alien blaster? So starting off with the prologue, this prologue was very infuriating. It took me about an hour and a half to get through just the prologue. Not because using an alien blaster is hard or anything. I mean, it's kind of tricky to use, especially inside of an interior, because the thing has a lot of splash damage. If you shoot it too close to yourself, you're going to go flying in the air, and then that just gives the other enemies a perfect amount of time to shoot you while you're laying down, and you'll die if you don't die from the fall damage. And also, the thing has a cooldown, so you can only shoot it once every like 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds or so. So you can't just run around guns blazing. You kind of have to shoot it once, take cover for about a second, and then shoot it again. It's not the best thing to use. This also isn't the hardest challenge either. It's fairly easy, but it's not nowhere near as easy as just playing the game normally. In this game, you cannot obtain the alien blaster unless you're in GTA Online, so I had to use a mod menu, and at the start of this, I'm using Impulse, and Impulse, it's going to cause a lot of problems in the future, but I'm not going to discuss that just yet. We're just going to go ahead and get on into the prologue. So in the prologue, I start out right here at this part where you have to actually take the hostages and put them into that room. Now, in this challenge, I'm just trying to only kill people with the alien blaster. Fighting somebody or holding someone at gunpoint doesn't necessarily count. All it is whenever I'm in a shootout or something, I have to use the alien blaster. There's no other gun I can use but only that. And so to give myself the alien blaster, I had to have a mod menu to give me all weapons, so I could have the alien blaster. And here, I can't actually open my weapon wheel whenever I'm looking at all the hostages here. It won't let me open the weapon wheel to choose a different weapon, and I was stuck with the gas canister in my hand. And eventually, they all just went in the room without me having to point a gun at them. Which, I don't know why I was so scared of pointing a gun at them, because I wasn't actually going to kill them. They were just going to go into the room. And then I pull the phone out to detonate the bomb, and the bomb detonates and the safe explodes. like normal. There's no other way to get past that part but do that. And then I walk through these doors right here, take a left down the hallway, and then take a right. And then I just walk up into the safe to actually take the cut that you get from this mission right here. And right here I'm trying to change my weapon because I know what is about to come. And yeah, it's this part right here, which pretty much makes me fail this challenge immediately. But I'm not going to give up just yet. Even though I basically had no choice but to shoot that guy, that's what I had to do. As you can see here, I'm trying to change my weapon to see if I can't pull out the alien blaster, and it's just not working. Trevor won't even pull his gun down or anything. Right here, I even tried to give Trevor all weapons to maybe see if it would work. I was looking through the weapon menu in Impulse to see if I could change my weapon, which I just got the jerry can. And then eventually the security guy just shoots Michael in the head. Him died. So mission failed right there. That's one attempt in just the prologue. I had no choice but to shoot him in the head, unfortunately. So I already failed the challenge not even 5 minutes into the game. Unfortunately, I've already failed the challenge, but I'm not going to give up yet. We're going to keep going. So right here, I just wait on Brad to go up to the door and put the satchel charge or the sticky bomb, whatever it is, onto the door so we can blow that open and just go ahead and go in there. And then Trevor opens up the garage door, and I don't have the alien blaster on me yet, so I have to open up Impulse and go ahead and give myself the alien blaster so I can start shooting at the cops with the alien blaster. Like I was saying earlier, you gotta wait like a second and a half for this thing to fill back up, about 2 seconds for it to fill back up before you can shoot again, so it can be kind of frustrating, and for some reason I'm just not in cover at this part. I'm just like running around guns blazing, which isn't very smart with this thing. And I end up blasting myself onto the floor right here. I'm shooting at these guys in the distance, and Michael runs right in front of me, and I die. That's the first death of this challenge so far. And guess what happens, guys? The game crashes right here, unfortunately. You'll figure out what I mean by Impulse is going to cause a lot of issues in the future. We'll get there eventually. So once I'm back into the game, it didn't have an autosave or anything yet, so I have to go into the pause menu and start a new game, unfortunately, because there was no save yet. And then this time around, I just went ahead and pointed the gun at him, because it doesn't matter, really. I mean, I don't even think this gun has a clip in it. Yes, it does have ammo at the top right of my screen, but in the cutscene, it just doesn't have a clip in it for some reason. Or a mag, if you want to get specific. So I didn't actually have to kill anyone there, just had to point the gun at him, and then I call to detonate the bomb again, right here to blow up the safe again. Then after running in the safe and grabbing my cut, this guy comes out of nowhere and grabs Michael once again, and then I have to do nothing but fail the challenge. I have to shoot the guy in the head, or else I cannot move forward in this challenge. And then I give myself the alien blaster again out here at the garage door, and I did learn my lesson from last time. Now I'm hiding behind cover at this little podium thing here, blasting at the cops with this alien blaster. Somehow I missed him, but he still fell over right there. Most of the time it takes one shot with this thing if you hit him like dead center, but sometimes it don't. So I'm making good progress here. I have a full bar of health running down the driveway here of the bank. This guy just phases through that car somehow, and then I'm waiting on the cop cars. These cop cars, as they're pulling up, they're glued to the ground, so whenever I try to shoot at moving cop cars that come up to me, I can't do anything about it. They're glued to the ground, so I have to wait on them to make a complete stop. This guy just randomly stumbles whenever he gets out of the car, and then 2 cop cars are coming, and I try to shoot at one, and it doesn't do anything, so I have to wait for them to come to a complete stop, and then start shooting at them. Then with all of those guys down, there's nothing else to do but go ahead and hop into the getaway vehicle. After that little cutscene, I have to drive up to where the helicopter point is, pretty much where that train track is that hits you pretty much right at the roadblock. My game completely freezes. Once this happens, my monitors, both monitors, go black, and I have to restart my computer. It crashed that hard. So yeah, Impulse is going to cause a lot of issues. And then moving forward, I just went ahead and skipped to this point. I just did everything that you've seen before, but I didn't want to repeat it because I already know this video is going to be extremely long. I didn't want to make it any longer than it needs to be. So we're in the cutscene where I think Dave shoots Brad and Michael, and then Trevor's going to hide behind the dumpster there to go ahead and pick off the cops that do pull up. So once the game makes me start playing as Trevor, I have to go into Impulse to give myself all weapons again so I can get the alien blaster. And yeah, we just kind of chill here for a minute and just shoot these cops. And then this cutscene rolls, and then Trevor is running over to this woman right here to take her hostage for a little bit. And then basically that's the end of the prologue. The prologue is complete now. I know it didn't seem that long in the video here. It was probably only like 7 minutes worth of video, but this entire segment, The whole prologue took me about an hour and a half to do because the game kept crashing and crashing and crashing, and it's going to keep doing that in the near future. So I go ahead and just skip these opening cutscenes where Michael's what's it called, funeral or whatever, burial, and then we start playing as Franklin, and we do the mission with Lamar where we have to race each other and eventually take these things back to Simeon's car dealership.
This nigga must got the baby dick.
So once we get to Simeon's car dealership, it's the same as the usual. Just kind of drop these two cars off and then watch this little cutscene with Jimmy and Simeon and Lamar and Franklin talking about the usual stuff they usually talk about at this point in the game. And then we drive to Franklin's auntie's house, and then the next mission is where Franklin is the employee of the month, and then we have to take the motorcycle away from the gang members there. Which there is quite a bit of shooting involved in this mission, so I am going to be using the alien blaster here. Sneaking into the place and opening the garage, it was a very easy feat. There was nothing going on there. Then the Vagos run up on us and start talking all that smack, and then Lamar pulls a gun out on them, and then they get hostile, and Lamar goes ahead and commits murder, and then he kicks a Glock back to me, or not a Glock, but a Beretta, I guess. But I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use the alien blaster and start popping at these fools with some alien technology. The good thing about this thing is it has unlimited ammo. The only annoying thing about this thing is the recharge and all the splash damage that you get whenever you shoot it too close to you. At this point, I'm looking for this guy. I didn't know he was right there. Shot him down one shot. Now we're waiting on the car to pull back out with the gas trail. There it goes right there. And I'm just popping off at these guys, and that car actually can't get moved until it's made a complete stop, and then the game lets it move, and then it just explodes. I know what you guys are wondering now. What did I do about the guy on the bike that taunts you at first and then drives off? It was actually extremely easy. I shot prematurely, and boom, he fell off of the bike, and he passed away. And now I just get on the bike and go ahead and take it to, I think it's a car wash, and then the mission pass after that little cutscene with Lamar. And yeah, nothing much going on after that. So I'm going to the next mission, which is where we go ahead and go to Michael's house. Now at Michael's house, after I sneak in, it says take out the gardener. I don't exactly know what to do at this point. I just pull out my alien blaster to see if I can't just kill him instead of knocking him out, and it fails me instantly, which that makes sense. So the second time, after I retried there, I just kind of snuck past him. I didn't even worry about it this time. I know I could have knocked him out, and it technically wouldn't have been like a lethal takedown. It would have just been a knockout, but I didn't even want to take that chance. I just wanted to go ahead and just see if I couldn't just skip the gardener and just go inside of the house, which thankfully you can. You don't even have to knock out that gardener. And then I make a fail and then jump right into the wall of Michael's house and give Franklin a concussion. But then I go ahead and get right back on the roof. What's her name? Tracy and Jimmy are having their little fight. And then I go ahead and hop into the yellow SUV thing, this like Mitsubishi type thing. And once I ram through Simeon's dealership, unfortunately I can't do anything but fight Simeon. And technically this isn't a lethal takedown because Simeon is clearly alive after this point. He calls Franklin, threatening him and stuff. So I just had to beat him in the face until he submitted, and now we're Michael and we're free to do whatever we want. And then I go ahead and go to Michael's house to start the next mission, which is where we go on to, or where we meet Franklin at Michael's house, and then we have to drive to the highway to go secure Michael's boat. I thought this was going to be pretty tricky, which it sort of was to a certain extent, because you can't use the alien blaster while you're in a car. You have to use it while out of the car. It doesn't let you do a drive-by with the alien blaster. I start throwing snowballs at this guy, hoping something happens, but he did fall out of the boat. I think Franklin just kind of threw him off there. I feel like my only option is to shoot this person that's holding Franklin, because I can't use the alien blaster here, so I've failed the challenge again. But I'm still not going to give up. We're going to play through this game, and we're going to use the alien blaster as much as we possibly can, and the only time I'm not going to use it is if the game literally forces me not to use it. And Jimmy is hanging off of the sail thing, and unfortunately I hit that van, which causes Jimmy to just crash into the front windshield and die. So I secure Jimmy. He's fine. Franklin is doing his thing on the boat, and then he's going to the back of it so I can go ahead and pick him up, so he don't have to sit on the boat anymore. After that, the car sort of breaks down, and then I'll go ahead and just turn around because there's no point in chasing the boat anymore. And then once we get over to Los Santos Customs, Michael takes himself a taxi back home, and then Franklin has to go get Amanda's car repaired, and that's what we do. We just pop into Los Santos Customs, repair the vehicle, and then that's everything done right there. The only thing left to do is just drive over to Michael's house. And then the only thing left for me to do right here is to go ahead and do that mission with Tanya, where you have to use the tow truck in a mission, and there's no type of hostile enemies in this mission at all. It's just straightforward driving the tow truck, picking up a car and bringing it back to the impound lot. So there's nothing at all going on in that mission, so nothing to really talk about there. The beginning of the game, there's a lot of stuff that isn't very interesting, so this is going to happen a lot for the first few minutes of this video. The first, like, beginning of the game, right before the first heist, there's not really much going on, like, to shoot people. There's a few missions, but most of it is just drive here, you know, do this thing, and then drive back. Or sometimes I just completely avoided any type of conflict whenever I could. So there's that tow mission completed. Now I can actually move on with the actual game and do actual story missions now. So I go over to Michael's house to start this mission with the tennis coach. The tennis coach that does, unfortunately, screw Michael's wife. And then we have to drive up to his house, or Martin Madrazo's house, and pull his house off of the darn mountain, which is kind of ridiculous. You serious, nigga? And then we get a couple goons following us home to Michael's house. This was a lot easier than you would think. All I had to do was pretty much just pull over and just start shooting at these guys with the alien blaster. I wish you could use the alien blaster as when you're driving a car, like as a drive-by gun. That would make these things a whole lot easier. So I wouldn't have to stop and get out of the car, and that's going to become a problem in the near future. And then we make our way back to Michael's house after we take care of the goons, and then the cutscene plays with Martin Madrazo showing up with the baseball bat and threatening Michael and everything, and asks for the $2.5 million for his house. And then right here, Michael's talking to Lester on the phone, talking about how he needs help from Lester, which is actually the diamond shop thing. And the first mission with Lester here, very plain and simple. You don't have to really do anything. You just go to that Life Invader department and clear a virus off of that one guy's computer. And then you also have to dress up and look real pretty beforehand for some reason. But you basically follow that guy in the green shirt, go over to his computer, close all the naughty ads that pop up, and then open up his antivirus and go ahead and get rid of the virus there. And then we just go rig the prototype that's in the office there, and then we just head back home and then wait on whatever his name is to get onto the phone and just call that number and blow him up. And that mission was over. Nothing much going on there, so I switch back to Franklin. Go ahead and go to Franklin's house. Franklin's auntie and I guess her friend start spirit walking or spirit jogging, whatever. We are women and we are free. And then Mr. Lamar shows up, and then we have to go in the van with Chop to go to that one Bala and chase him down. Chasing him down on the bike, normal, as usual, like you would always do, vanilla in the game. He gets hit by the bus either way, and then we let Chop out of the back of the van and chase him down. The dog that Chop ends up going to and getting distracted by, I didn't know what to do, really. Besides, well, I'm looking at a plane right here. The shadow was ginormous, but the plane is very far away. Didn't make any sense to me. I just took a stun gun and shot that dog with it. That wasn't a lethal takedown. But I didn't want to shoot the alien blaster at that dog because it would have blew Chop away and it probably would have failed the mission, so I didn't even bother with that. So we find the Bala, I think his name's D. He runs out of the thing, Chop chases him down, and I guess Chop wasn't in the cutscene right there because he just falls over. The way it's scripted, he falls at that certain point. And then we just take D to Lamar's house. Then we have to take Lamar to the rec center. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Nothing to worry about there. And then I go as Michael, and then we go ahead and go to Michael's house and start this mission right here, which is the one where we go to the beach with Jimmy, ride the bikes, and if you beat him, then you don't have to pay for his TV, and if he beats you, you have to pay for his TV that you break in the cutscene of this start of the mission. Nothing really going on here. Eventually, he'll tell you that Tracy is on that yacht out there, messing with a bunch of movie stars, XXX movie stars, and then Michael, you know, the way Michael is, he has to start beef with all these guys, and then basically you just get on the jet ski, and you don't actually have to kill these guys. I was just going to stop and get on the shore and shoot them with the alien blaster, but you don't actually have to kill them. You just kind of drive far enough away, and they kind of just screw off, and then they stop messing with you. So I just went with the non-lethal route there and just let them do their thing. I did get the jet ski stuck on this boat right here, but thankfully I could get it off without the mission failing me. And we just drive onto the shore, and then Jimmy and Tracy and Michael start arguing over their family stuff and blah blah. And then Michael is smoking a cigar. And then I go ahead and switch as Franklin. He's doing pull-ups. That van is still there, so I take that van over to his mission that he has at his safe house. And then we go ahead and start that. And then this mission, yeah, this mission was not very easy. The long stretch, I think it's called. It was not easy. I had to watch this starting cutscene so many times, and we'll get into that here in just a little bit. So, the mission starts out with Franklin, Lamar, and Stretch talking, and Franklin and Stretch obviously have some beef with each other, and they clearly don't really like each other too much, so they're cussing out each other.
You miss me, huh?
And then the first step of this mission is we have to go to ammunition and get the shotgun with the flashlight modification, which isn't important to us because we're not going to use that in this mission at all. And then we go ahead and drive over to the factory where the Bala guy, or D is his name, is holed up at, and he ends up turning bad, and then Mr. Stretch puts a bullet in his brain, and then we have to go through the whole factory. And yeah, this is where things got a little bit hard. As you can see here, I almost killed myself by shooting that guy way too close to me. And then we come to our first mission fail right here, where I shoot those guys, and I shot it way too close to Lamar, and I guess it killed him. Running through here isn't too difficult. This big room was a problem. The first time I did this, the first time I went through this big room, it wasn't a big deal at all. It was pretty easy. And for some reason, the guy that's up on the little like stand over there that's like up the stairs, you can't hit him from a distance. You have to be on that thing to hit him. No matter how many times I tried to hit him, I couldn't do it. It just wouldn't work if I wasn't up there. It would the alien blaster bullet thing would just go directly through him. So I had to actually go up the stairs to kill him because I didn't want him to kill Lamar or Stretch and have to restart the mission over. So yeah, I had to take care of him real quick and then go through these two doors and then go ahead and take out these couple ballas that show up. And then go ahead and run outside. Right here is where weird things start to happen. Usually there's supposed to be a couple choppers that show up. Neither of those choppers showed up, and I got lost as to where I was going. I started running forwards out, which you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to go up the ladder to your right after you get down the steps. So I was a little lost here. And then it says to return to Lamar and Stretch. So I just go ahead and start running back to them guys. And then once I do get back to them, some weird stuff started to happen. Lamar was frozen in place holding a shotgun, and Stretch was just standing there like he had no idea where he was. And Lamar was literally frozen. He wasn't even, moving or bobbing or anything. Stretch was bobbing, but Lamar was not. I just kind of sat there and then eventually started shooting at Lamar to maybe get a mission fail so we can restart. I thought it just bugged out real quick, so I just went ahead and took out Lamar so I could get a mission restart. And then it spawns me back in this big room, and this is where I start taking out these guys. And this big room this time was a lot more difficult than it was the last time. Everyone started taking cover and I couldn't hit them. And there's that one guy up there that you just can't hit unless you're on top of the thing for some reason with the alien blaster. So it would just phase right through him. I'm getting eaten up by bullets here. And this guy with the shotgun, the guy that you just saw go take cover behind that thing with the purple and white striped shirt, that guy is going to be a problem, and I'm dead. So there's another mission fail right there. So I spawn right back behind that crate, start shooting at these guys again. Sorry if you hear any background noise. I think the dumpster, or the dump truck, is here right now. Not the dump truck, whatever you call it. The garbage truck is here. I'm getting lit up by the shotgun guy, and then I die again. So I'm in this part again. This guy right here pops back out, shoots me in the chest with the shotgun, and kills me again. For some reason, the first time was very easy in this part, but after that, this part got more difficult for some reason. So yeah, this part was very infuriating for me for a while. Couldn't get past it. I was here for about a good 10 minutes doing this, just getting killed there. But eventually I do make it past that part and finally get to the exit door. And I was thinking maybe because I ran so far ahead of Lamar and Stretch that that's what made the mission kind of bug out. But nah, the helicopters still aren't here. I'm waiting for them to make sure that they're good. And then I was thinking maybe the alien blaster is causing this glitch here that's going on. But unfortunately, no. And then I was thinking maybe if I got on the ladder before both of them got up there, then that would help it to not be so glitchy. What in the world is going on out there? But no, unfortunately, Lamar and Stretch still stand there like they have no idea what is going on. I just shoot Lamar again. Actually, no, I didn't shoot Lamar. I think I killed myself to get a mission fail. And that's what I did right here. The fall damage took me out. And what I tried to do here was actually skip that part of the mission so they wouldn't glitch out anymore. And then I get to the part where I'm in the black car here to go ahead and run away from the cops. And I start to drive off away from the cops. I'm not shooting at the cops at all. I'm just driving away from them, trying to lose them. And unfortunately, the game crashes right here. And yeah, that's another crash in the books there. So here we are again, restarted the mission, had to watch this cutscene over again where they're doing whatever in the world they're doing. And then, Lamar and Stretch and Franklin hop into the Oldsmobile whip and go ahead and head to ammunition once again. And this time in ammunition, where I already had the flashlight modification on the shotgun, it wouldn't let me put it on there, and the game just told me to buy an item from the shop, so I just put a random pistol mod onto the Beretta, and that counted as an item from the shop. We go ahead and we get that utensil, and then we head back to the factory where D is to go ahead and meet up with him, and then we do that whole cutscene shindig, and then we start going through and shooting people with the alien blaster through the factory. I knocked out this guy right here after the door blows up, and then I lose track of the other guy, and then all of a sudden the mission fails. He slipped behind me, I guess, and killed Lamar at some point. Going through, knocking out a couple people with the alien blaster, just running through the factory. And then we get to the big room again. I don't know if I pass away in this one or not. No, I don't, because I go ahead and grab that health right there. And then take out the guy that camps up here. And then the mission is still glitched out with these two guys acting like they have no idea what is going on. And then I just shoot Lamar to go ahead and fail the mission. And then I start killing myself in the big room, so I can go ahead and skip it again to just go ahead and fast forward to the car part. And then I skipped it, got back to the car part, and as I'm running away from the cops again, once I get about the same distance away from the factory, the game just freezes and crashes. I have no idea why it was doing this. So I quit using Impulse, and then I went and I downloaded Menu, which is a different trainer for story mode. So I was just using Menu instead, because Impulse was causing way too many issues. At least that's what I figured what was going on there and why the mission wasn't working properly. And then we head back to Franklin's auntie's house to see this cutscene once again with these women acting crazy, and then Franklin and Lamar and Stretch getting into the Oldsmobile once again to go ahead and get this mission going. And then we have to go back to ammunition again. I fell there in the shop. I just had to buy a random thing again, so I got the flashlight mod for the pistol at the factory. Things going as they normally would with this type of thing. The big room didn't cause me too much of an issue this time. Got through, and then what do you know, the helicopters are actually appearing. And with the alien blaster, that helicopter was very easy to take out. The other one, the other helicopter that's actually in this mission, it is like stuck in the air. You can't shoot it down. It's just there, and I think it's invincible, because no matter how many times I shot it with the alien blaster, it didn't even move. It was like a solid thing, so I didn't even try to take it down, which there's no point, because it just flies away after you get out of the junkyard area anyway, onto the road. So I hop into the whip with Stretch and Lamar, and we actually get away from the cops this time, and everything works smoothly. So it was Impulse causing all those issues I was having with the game crash, because it didn't crash a single time after that happened. So we complete that mission, finally, got that over with. This mission took me about an hour in real life time to get through. I'm not going to show the entire hour of me doing it, because then this video would probably be like 30 hours long of me just showing every single time I failed, but I will show a good bit of the ones, a good bit of the times I failed, and especially the more like eventful times. So I switch back to Michael after that's over with, because I don't think I have any more missions with Franklin besides Strangers and Freaks, and we're not going to be doing those in this playthrough besides that first one that you have to with Tanya with the tow truck. I'm told to go to that one factory place that Lester's holed up in, and he tells me to go get Pretty.
I said look respectable. Now go change and come back here.
So I go to Ponsonby's, get the suit, and then a $3,900 suit, and then I go ahead and make my way back to the factory and get this mission started proper, and it turns daytime, and the whole cutscene shebang plays, and then we just have to go to the Angelico Diamond Shop and scope it out, and go ahead and get this over with to do the thing where you have to take the pictures with the glasses, and then go on the roof and look at the air duct thing there. Nothing happens here. There's no enemies to kill in this mission, so nothing eventful happens there. You just go there and then come back. He asks you what crew members you want, how you want to go about it. I always pick the worst crew members so you get the biggest cut, and that's what I did. Also, if you pick the ones that are a little bit worse, they end up improving the more heists you do them with, and they don't never take more of a cut. So it always works out if you just take the worst ones. And then the one crew member, he passes away in the mission. You get his cut as well. And then I get a call from Amanda. I was going to say no, but I said yes. So I just went ahead and helped her out. Helped her escape the law. Once that's over, I saved the game in the bed, hoping that would start me start the game, wanting me to go get the heist equipment. And it didn't. All I had to do was wait for a text from Lester. And then I went and got the Bugstar stuff. Didn't have to kill anybody here. Nothing really going on here. I end up losing the cops, and then head to the factory that Lester is in, drop off the Bugstar's van, and then he sends me a text, or calls me about the BZ gas thing that is on the highway, or the interstate rather. So we intercept that, go ahead and take that, and then we lose the cops again, and then make our way back to Lester's place, drop that off, and then it starts the actual heist, the first heist of the game, the jewelry store. And I took the quiet approach, obviously, because we had to get the Bugstar stuff. And the heist itself wasn't that hard. There's no one to really kill. You just kind of use Franklin and go up into the onto the roof and throw the gas into the thing, and then you just run into the store and start breaking the the showcase things there, the glass, and taking all the jewels and rings and stuff, and then you hop on your bikes and go ahead and go through the sewers. Yeah, there's not really much going on here, just driving through the sewers, and then you end up having to play as Michael, I believe, and drive this truck and hit cop cars with it. Unfortunately, I had no time to stop and shoot these cop cars with alien blaster bullets, so I just kind of rammed them out of the way, which technically I'm not really killing the cops. Sometimes they will jump out, but that's not me killing them. They're killing themselves from jumping out of a moving car, so that's not my fault. Technically, I did not kill anyone during this heist. They killed themselves. Then the bikes go into the back of the truck, and we head to this location right here. Blah, blah, blah. The heist is over. Franklin's on the call with his crush, telling her that he's got money now and everything, blah, blah. Woman dancing on a stripper pole. And then we have to go to Michael's, because Michael gives us a text or a call or something and says to head over to his house. So we head over to his house. Dave talks to us and everything about Trevor showing up. I'm at the pause menu here. I guess I had to go pee or something. The news starts playing, and then Trevor sees the same news as he's screwing Johnny's girlfriend. And then after that happens, then he starts freaking out, knowing that Michael isn't dead, that he's thought Michael was dead the past 10 years, and he's not anymore. He flips out, kills Johnny, and then we have to chase down, or then we have to go over to where the bikers are holed up and then chase down these bikers. One of them, you can kill the guys on the bikes, but leave the van alive, so I got one of them with the alien blaster right here. And then the other guy on the bike, he just kills himself on this bridge. He just spontaneously launches up into the air, so he killed himself. I didn't have nothing to do with that. And then this van pulls into the place, the trailer park, where all the Lost MC are holed up at. And this part was relatively difficult. It wasn't that bad, but it did take me a couple attempts. It took me about 10 minutes to get through this part. It should only take you a few minutes to get past this part. This part, I was playing dumb. He almost killed me because he just kept running around me, and then I had very little health, so I was in a predicament here. And then this truck is glued to the ground. I couldn't stop it, and this truck is going to be the reason of my death right here. It's just going to shoot me. Boom. And now I have to restart that whole scenario. And then I die again. Because one of the homeboys shot me while I had very little health. This guy just jumped in there, and then boom, I just get shot. I think somebody behind me shot me. So I failed again right there. Restart this. Go ahead and take out everybody here. And then there we go. Got that part done. And then all that's left to do is take Ron home. Actually, no, not take Ron home, but we have to go to this guy and drive his trailer into the creek. And then after you drive his trailer into the creek, it gives you an option to either kill him or let him live. So I killed him with the alien blaster. Shot him right there in the knees, and he went flying up in the air, and he passed away. So that was it. And then we hopped into Trevor's car, and then all we have to do now is take Ron home, and then go to Trevor's house. And that's it for this part. I don't know if I'll put these out part by part, or if this will just be like the first segment of the video. I might do it part by part, because this is probably already very long. And yeah, that's this part. We'll just see how long this is after I edit it and everything. And if it's going to be pretty dang long, then I'll go ahead and just make this a part. This will be part 1.